Hello people, my name is Ferdy, and in this video I want to talk about what you can do when you have a domain name and web hosting at NameHero. There's so much more than you can do besides creating a website, creating a domain. You can create a subdomain, you can create an email address. There's so much you can do. And since I've been promoting NameHero for a while now, I think it's fair to the people that bought it already and for the people that are interested to show what else you can do with it, like creating email accounts, all that stuff. So what I will do, I will create timestamps in the description over here. If you want to go to a certain part in the tutorial, you can click on the timestamp and you go directly to that part of the tutorial. So if you want to just add a subdomain to your website, well, I will show you in the description how you can do this. So are you ready? Well, let's get started. So let's start with the first question. What is a domain name? If I go to facebook.com, I type facebook.com over here, I hit enter. And now magically I go to this website, which is facebook.com. So what is a domain name? A domain name is the address for your website. If Facebook had no domain name, it would look something like this, an IP address of the computer and then the file structure, and then they would go to this website. Well, it's a little bit hard to memorize this by heart. So that's why you have a domain name. A domain name is the address of your website. If I want to go to my website, I go to Ferdy, Korpershoek.com, and then I go to my website. Second question, what is web hosting? Web hosting is all the space, all the data on your website that is linked to your domain name. So over here, I have my domain name, and over here, I have my web hosting. And all the stuff over here that you see is directly fetched from the web hosting. So this image is on my web hosting account. This image also, if I click over here, all the stuff over here is all from the web hosting. So on the web hosting, you can have your files, your images, your PDFs, your videos, the text of your website, all the plugins you have, WordPress. You can store email accounts, email addresses, emails. You can store that all on your web hosting. So when you have a domain name in combination with web hosting, you can create a website, you can create an email address, you can send emails, you can do so much. So that's what a domain name is, and that's what web hosting is. And the question is, why would we choose NameHero? Well, if I go to webhostingfk.com and I hit enter, we go to NameHero. The founder of NameHero, Ryan Gray, says we want to have high quality web hosting for an affordable price. And that's exactly where my YouTube channel is all about, or what my YouTube channel is all about. It's about providing the best tools for an affordable price. Yes, you can let people make a website for you for $10,000, but I would rather show you how you can do it for a lot less money. And that's why I think NameHero is the perfect combination of high quality for an affordable price. If you follow me for a long time, you know I also promote Siteground. I love Siteground, they are amazing, but their prices are higher. And over here, you also have great quality, just as Siteground, but with better prices. So that's why I promote Siteground and NameHero. So I think if you're a beginner or advanced, NameHero is a great starter point. So that's why I promote NameHero, a great web hosting platform with great quality, great service for an affordable price. So if you're here at NameHero, by the way, this is an affiliate link. So if you buy this through my link, you don't pay more, but you get a special discount up to 66% off. And then if you click over here, you see the 4 plans they have. So let me talk you through the plans. I scroll down a little bit. If you're on a budget and you just want to start spending the least amount of money, the starter cloud is for you. What can you do with it? You pay $3.04 per month and you can have one website, 1 gigabyte of RAM. It's just the speed of the website. So the more RAM you have, the more things you can do at the same time. So if you have like 20 plugins and you have a lot of gigabyte RAM, your website will run smoothly. So if you just want to start with your first website, 1 gigabyte of RAM is more than enough. You have unlimited amount of SSD storage. It comes to 250,000 files. Well, I can tell you that's more than enough. You have free SSL. What is that? Over here, you see this lock. That means the website is secure. And if your website is secure, the website can be trusted. Passwords cannot be traced. Your website is secure. At some web hosting companies, you need to pay money for that. Over here, it is free. There's also free website migration. If you come from a different web hosting platform and you have emails and all that stuff, you have your website already up and running, you can migrate it. You give them your details and they can do the hard job for you, and you have free light speed. The websites are already fast over here with SSD storage, but with Lightspeed, you can make your website even faster. So that's the first plan. If you want to create more websites in your first year, then you can go for the Plus Cloud. The big difference, you have more gigabyte of RAM, and you can have up to 7 websites up and running. So you can have 7 different websites, maybe for a few clients, and you just pay $5.80 per month because of my 60% of discount. And then you have also SSD storage, as you see over here. So that's the difference. This for one website. Here you can have up to 7 websites and you have more gigabyte of RAM. If you're starting with your first website, 1 gigabyte is enough. 2 gigabytes also enough. Then here it becomes interesting. It says it's the most popular one, the TurboCloud. You pay around $8 per month and you can have unlimited websites. So you can start your agency if you want to, and then you can pay $8 per month. And if you create a website for a client, you can say, I charge you $20 or $25 or $45 per month for web hosting up to whatever feels comfortable for you. And if you would charge $45, of course, I would include something like service. So if they want to have a new email address, you can do it for them. But it's if you want to have an agency. So 3 gigabyte of RAM, unlimited. And that means 500,000 files that you can store on your websites. But this time it's NVMe storage. And this is crazy. There are not much web hosting companies that do this. Only NameHero and A2 Hosting, NVMe. It's SSD on steroids. It's like crazy expensive, but NameHero wants to give you the best for an affordable price. So if we search for NVMe storage, and we click over here, what is NVMe storage? You see this complicated text, and what it says is for the fastest response time for all types of enterprise workloads. Maybe this question is better. Is NVMe faster than SSD? Yes. SSD, like 600 megabytes, which is a lot already. And NVMe is 2000 megabytes per second that can be loaded. So your website can become even faster than this package already. And this is crazy. This is very unique that they offer this for this amount of money. What they also offer over here in this package is premium SSL, mandatory for e-commerce. So if you want to create an e-commerce website, I would definitely go with this package. And Lightspeed WP speed boost. So your website can become faster with this and faster with this and faster with this. So this is a great package if you want to go for speed. And if you have a web shop, I definitely would go with this package. And then there's the business cloud, also unlimited websites, more RAM, and you can have email filtering, really advanced email filtering. It's not necessary, but it's a great option to have. And also here you can have up to 500,000 files in all your website combined. Let me tell you something really important. If I click here on see more features, you see everything next to each other, what you can get. And if you scroll down all the way, I want to be really upfront about this. Look at this, all those prices, 66% off, 60. The promotional price is for the first term only and renews at the regular rate. So the regular rate over here is $8.95, $12.95, $19.95, and $29.95. So for the first term, for the first payment, you get these discounts. So it's up to you for how many years you want to go. And that's also a great thing. So let's take a look at it. If I would go for the cheapest package, I click on order now. Then I need to choose a domain name. So before we continue, let's talk about that, a new domain name. I suggest you use .com for international things. And if you're doing something local, you can go for your local extension. I'm from the Netherlands. I can buy NL. And if you go for an international website, I would go for .com. .net, .org, they're not that good. I would definitely go for .com or your local extension. Then you need to search for a domain and you can find out if they're still available. If I say I search for Facebook, I click on search. Well, it will say it's unavailable. I hope maybe it was just offline. I could buy it. No, it's not the case. So you need to have a unique domain name. You can use your first name and last name, of course, depending on what kind of website you want to make. I suggest you do not use dashes like the Facebook. It can be done, but I think it does not look professional. So If it's possible to not do it, don't do it. So I have Ferdy, Korpershoek.com. I have it already. So let me be creative right now. What kind of domain? Okay, let me start with NameHero startercloud.com. Okay, let's take that one because we're going to compare them in real life. I'm going to buy them all and I will show you the results. Click on search. It's free. So I can click on continue. Look at this. I can get this website for 3 years for $3.04 per month. And as I told you before, for the first term, the discount will be applied. 66% of discount for the first term. So if I go for 3 years, I will have 66% of discount over the whole 3 years. The pro, the cons, the pro, you have a lot of discount for 3 years. The con, if it's a con, you need to pay it at once right now. So let's stick with this for a moment. Would you like to add drop my site auto backups? Well, there are plugins that can do that, so you don't need that. Would you like to add dedicated IP address? It's not necessary. Would you like to add automatic malware scanning with file cleanup? It's all not necessary. Then this one, do you want to have this encryption, which is free, or you want to go for the Let's Encrypt Auto SSL? Well, you need to get this. It's $300. No, you don't need to get this. Yeah, I got you scared a little bit. No, I don't know. But no, you don't need that. We go for the free one, which is enough. Then I click on continue and look at this. DNS management, I don't need this. ID protection. Well, that can be really interesting because if you don't do this, then the whole world can find your email address, your details, your phone number, and they can call you, they can spam you. And you get a lot of spam emails from people that are automatically fetching all the new websites and selling you logos. They want to make a website for you. I don't like that. So for just $3 per year, you can get rid of it and people will not see your email address, your personal details. So I would definitely check this. And then email forwarding, if you want that automatic email forwarding, well, that can be done within email clients. So I don't need this. I click on continue. And then if I would go for the cheapest package for 3 years, I just pay $112.53 and I save $212. So that's a really good deal. So what else can you do? If I click over here and I go for 1 year, I pay $372 per month. I click on continue and I click on continue again. Everything is still the same setting. I pay just $60. It's a great starting price, but then after 1 year, you will pay $147 per year. Also a great deal, but it's up to you what you want to do with it. And then I want to go for this one. So I can have one website for 1 year. I just pay $60, including the domain name. And now I can build my own website. I can create an email account. I can create a subdomain. I can do a lot of stuff. And I will show you in this tutorial. Later in this tutorial, I will show you how you can upgrade your package. So if you're like, okay, I have my website up and running. I'm making a little bit money with it. I want to create my second website. I want to upgrade to the next plan so I can add more websites. I will show you how you can do that. But first, I want to go for this one. So what I can do, I can create a new account over here. And I need to fill in my details. So let's do that. My first name, my last name, my email address, my phone number. My company name is optional, Ferdy and Anna Media. I live over here in Maasluis. Netherlands. Then I can select South Holland. How did you find about us? Well, you through YouTube probably. My support pin. If I want to get in contact with the support, they can ask for your pin. And then I can say 1, 2, 3, 4 or something else. Let's do something else. And I need to create a password for my NameHero account. And I need to confirm it. Okay. I scroll down. My payment method, I want to use Stripe. I can also pay with PayPal, which is really nice. And then here are my details of my card. Do I want to have superhero specials? Well, what I can tell you that every year with Black Friday, there's a deal to deposit a few $100s on this account, and then you get extra money with it, which can be used to pay your renewal rates. So in that way, you still can have more discount than you already get. So I will definitely turn it on. I agree to everything. And if you buy this through my link, webhostingfk.com, I get a commission. So thank you for that. You don't pay more, but you get the discount. So it's a win-win situation. And then I click on checkout. I can close this. It's thinking, and I'm waiting. And look at this. The order is placed. And if you reach this point, I want to congratulate you. You have your own domain name and your own website, and you're ready to create a website. And if you have not seen it before already, I have a whole YouTube channel full with tutorials on how to make different kind of websites or web shops. And they're all free. You can watch them. And now you can create your own website. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. So what we're going to do, we're going to continue to the client area. And here we see our account overview. So we can log in at namehero.com, and then we go to our dashboard, and let me walk you through the dashboard. Right now we have our cloud. So we have one package of web hosting, and that's called My Cloud. We have one domain. So if you add a second domain, I will show you later in the tutorial, it will be added over here. We have no unpaid invoices, and we have no tickets. If you forget where you live, you can log in and you can see your address over here. So that is also really nice. You can update your address if you want to. You can create a new contact over here. And that gives other people the possibility to log in into this area. Here's our active service, and which is web hosting, the starter cloud. And here are some shortcuts. So we can order a new service, we can register a new domain, or we can log out. We can also register a new domain over here. If we have a support ticket, we see an overview over here, or we can create a new one. There's recent news, if you want that. And then over here, we have the homepage. That's where we are right now. We have My Cloud. This is our package. You see when it will renew in a year. I need to pay $131.40. So if I click over here, I see a lot of information over here, and I can go to the C panel. I will do that in a minute. Then we have domains. And when I hover over here, you see all these options. So if I would go to view available add-ons, I see even more information. I barely use them, those sub items. So over here, I would click on domains, and I can add a second domain if I have a different package. Right now I can have one domain, and it's this one, and it's secure already. Yes, we'll talk about it. There's so much to talk about. Then there's the billing. We can download the invoice if we want to for our administration. And then there's the support. So if you have a question, you can submit a ticket, or you can hover over here. Go to the knowledge base, announcements, downloads, network status. So if I click over here, I see if everything is all right. All the systems are on the go. I can go back. So that is our dashboard and an overview. So what I want to do now, I want to install WordPress on our website. If I would go to NameHero startercloud.com, ladies and gentlemen, this is our website. It's not secure yet. We're going to make it secure, and I'll talk about it in a minute. Right now, I want to install WordPress because this does not look appealing, but what I like is that we are alive immediately. So I just bought it and it's already live. So in order to install WordPress, let's go to My Cloud. Click over here on your web hosting account, and then I click on Login to the C panel. I close this. Then I search over here for WordPress, and then I click on WordPress Manager by Softaculous. Then I want to click on Install. And I want to install the most recent version of WordPress. And I can use HTTPS, but it will take a while before my website will be secure. It will be done automatically. That is great. And here I can choose my domain name. Well, I only have one, so I select the only one I have. If I want to create a test website, I can say /test or /new. So you can create 10 websites on your domain, and then /test, /new, /hi there. Whatever you want to choose, you can type it over here. And if you leave it empty, your website will go to the main directory. So nhstartercloud.com in my case. Here you can give your website a name. My blog, you can change it to web design agency, New York. And then the site description, we create the best websites because we believe that everybody should have a website, something like that. Then over here, important, you can create your admin username when you want to log in into your WordPress website. And I want to hide my password and I want to create a new one. And then over here, my admin email is info@ferdy.korpershoek.com. The language of the site, you can choose one. I say English, and this is all fine. So I click over here on install. And then it says it will take between 3 and 4 minutes, but we're here at NameHero, so it will take like 10 seconds. And there we are. So right now, if I refresh this page, this is our website. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. And if I click over here, we go to the backend of our website. And if I click over here, we go to the front end of our website. So this is the backend. This is where we'll configure our website, where we add blog posts, configure the settings, add a new theme. And this is what people will see in the front end. So everybody that goes to nhstartercloud.com at this moment goes to this page. And that's a great thing. For just $60, we have a website up and running within a few minutes. And I think that's great. The website is fast. The website will be the website is secure already. Look at this. The website is secure. We did not even have to do something about it. I have a complete area in the tutorial about SSL. I'm looking over here because this is the overview of the things I want to talk about. Well, after installing WordPress, the subject is SSL and our website is already secure. If your website is not secure, what you need to do, you need to go to the backend by clicking here, by the way, then to settings, general, and then you need to add an S after the P. So HTTPS, then you save the changes, then you need to log in again. And then if you go to the website within a short amount of time, your website will be secure. So NameHero makes it really easy for you to make your website secure. And when it is secure, people cannot steal things on your website, or it becomes a lot harder. Guys, I want to be honest with you. This tutorial is not about how to create a website from scratch, but it's about NameHero. So if you want to create a website through this tutorial, I have to disappoint you. But if you go to ferdycorp.com, hello Elementor, how are you doing? Thank you for this email. And you go to tutorials, I have free theme tutorials, like create a website with the Blocksy theme, or with the Astra theme, or with premium themes like Elementor Pro, Divi, Astra Pro, Newspaper. So here you need to pay for the theme between $60 and $100, depending on the theme you choose, or the page builder. And here you can work with free stuff. So if I go to the Blocksy theme, for instance, I will show you step by step how you can create an amazing website with that. And you can find it over here. And if you take a look at YouTube and you search for WordPress Ferdy, I will show you also over here how to create a website from scratch. Look at this, my different background. I think this one is better. What do you think? Should I paint the wall white again or not? Well, let me know. I'll probably do nothing with it, but then I can feel like, oh no, I made the wrong choice. And then that can be a story in my next tutorial, like how to deal with disappointments and making wrong choices and stuff. Okay. Okay. So the next thing, we need to confirm our domain. If you don't do this within 2 weeks, your website will be gone. I had this a few times, and that's why I show you that you don't need to make the same mistake. So over here, my first email says namehero.com, email address verification initiated. So you need to verify your email address. Click over here. And if you don't do this within 15 days, it will lead to the account or domain being suspended. That's not what you want. So the email address is verified. Awesome. And that's something really important to do. So that was it. Let's go to the next step. What is it? Install a second website. Yes, let's do that. So right now we have nhstartercloud.com, but maybe you want to create a second website. Maybe you want to become a web design agency, or you want to help other people to make a website, and you want to create a second website, but you have only one domain and you can have only one website on your domain, on your account. So what do you need to do then? Well, we go back to Softaculous. If you cannot find this, go to NameHero.com with an E. Come on. Yes. Then we go to the account. You need to log in. I go to My Cloud. I go to this area. I click on login to the cPanel. I search for WordPress. And then I see an installation already. I can click on install and then I can select the same domain because I only have one domain. And now I say / second website. Wow. I change the username and I change the password. I change the email address. I leave everything else exactly as it is. And I click on install. And again, it will take 3-4 seconds, 5 or 6. And now if I go to my second website, I have my second website. So my first website, nhstartercloud.com, my second website, nhstartercloud / second website. So if I log in and I decide to go to appearance, themes, and I choose a different theme, you don't have to remember this for now. And I click over here. Look at this. This is my first, no. This is my first website, nhstartercloud.com. And this is my second website with a totally different look and feel. So you can create 20 websites all with the / method. So over here, cPanel, WordPress. So if you want to create a website for a client and you just want to practice, you don't want to buy a domain name for him yet, you can just start over here, install, create a subdomain and say the name of the client. And then you can say to him, hey, look, this is what I built already for you. And then he can be amazed, or she, and the whole world will be in peace with each other. That would be nice if that would be done through creating a subdomain or something like this. Talking about subdomains, let's create a subdomain. Why not? Since we're here, let's go to the cPanel. And the cPanel is actually the account of NameHero where you can do a lot of things. So over here, I search for subdomain. Everything is categorized in files, jet, backup, billing, databases, domains. So also over here, I can see subdomains. So let's click on it. I want to create a subdomain that is called community or courses. What shall I do? Community, yeah. Community and then .nhstartercloud.com. So here the document root looks like this. And I click on create. That's everything you need to do. And now we have created a subdomain called community.nhstartercloud.com. So maybe you're going to sell courses or maybe you're going to test things. Well, that's what can be done using a subdomain. So now if I click over here and I search for WordPress, and I want to install WordPress, I can install WordPress on my subdomain. Look at this. I can select community.nhstartercloud.com. And if you want to take it to the next level, I don't suggest you do this, but it's possible. You can create a subdomain in combination with a new directory. So you can say community.nhstartercloud.com / new community website test 1, 2, 3. That's what you can do. But as I said before, I don't suggest, I don't advise you to do that. So that's how you can have a subdomain, install WordPress. Hey, why not? Install. Let's check it. I have no idea what the login is or the password, but I can also remove it again. And now we have our subdomain at community.nhstartercloud.com. If I take a look over here, we see it looks like this. Now we can go back to the cPanel. Now I want to search for email. So here we have the overview domains. Here it says email, and then we can create an email account. So I click on email accounts. I can search, but there's only one by default created, but I don't like that one. So I click on create. My son is calling me. It's daddy time again, and I will continue later on. And then you can see that my hair grew a little bit. So I'm back. My son is now with my first wife. It's also my only wife, but okay, let's continue. Username. You can create your, you can say Ferdy at your domain name or info or no reply. So I can say info and then your email address becomes info@yourdomainname.com. You need to create a password. And then we can have a certain amount of storage space. And I think 1 gigabyte right now is more than enough. You can also say unlimited. It's up to you. Automatically create folders. I don't use that. If you want to know more about it, you can read it over here. It's totally not necessary for me. I think it's also not necessary for you. Send a welcome email with instructions to the setup mail client. Well, if you're doing this for a client, you can do it. Well, let's do it. And then stay on this page after I click on create. No, I click on create. And I'm really curious where I will go. I will go to the overview page. So now I have info@mydomainname.com. I already got an email probably. So now I can go over here and check my emails. So there is webmail, the next point. How can you use webmail in order to send and receive emails? I want to use Roundcube. Open my inbox when I log in. Yes. I choose Roundcube, so I click on open. And there it is. And I already received my first email. Wow. So with configuration settings. So if I want to set this up for a mail client like a Mac Mail or Microsoft Outlook or on the phone, I can do that. I will discuss that in this video. So right now I have this area over here. What I can do now, I can send an email. So I can go to the inbox to see all my emails, or I can click on compose and then I can send an email, but then it will be sent from info@NameHero. So if I would send this to info@ferdykorpershoek.com, I can create a subject, hey there, and I can have a text, hey there, how are you? Cheers. 30. I can add an attachment up to 50 megabytes. So I send this one. There it goes. I can give it a priority. And I click on send. So my first email is sent from info@nhstartercloud.com. So I can go to send and I'll see it over here. Now I go to my email account from my info@ferdykorpershoek. And there it is. The title, hey there, the subject, hey there, how are you? Cheers, Ferdy. And then this image. Okay, really nice. Now I can reply. I can say, I am doing great. You look great on that image. Whoa, are you a supermodel? So over here, I see I send it back. But and then over here, if I refresh, it should be coming here. Yeah, there it is. Refresh. Hey there. From Ferdy Korpershoek. But what I don't like is that over here is the person who would send is the email address. I want a name over here. So what I can do, I can go over here to the settings. So let me go to mail, then to settings. We can change the user interface. Okay. You can change the time zone. So the time zone, I change it to Ouagadougou. In Burkina Faso. It's I think the same as the Netherlands, so that's okay with me. And the time format, 7:30, and the date format, like this, European style. I can change the look and feel. And if I save it, look at this. It's a totally different style. Well, it's up to you. Settings. Let's talk about identities over here. I click here. The display name is Ferdy Korpershoek. Company Ferdy and Anna Media. Reply to, that's all okay. Signature, cheers, Ferdy. You also can have HTML signature. And when you do that, you can also add an image. So if I add in an image over here, I can go to source or add an image. It needs to be a small image. Well, that's possible. You need to compress it or make it smaller. I have here Ferdy, 250 by 250 pixels, 29 kilobytes. I open it and I save it, or let me close this and then it should be there. I select it. The dimensions 250 by 250. Okay. So save it. And now when I send an email, I go to mail. Again, subject. This is the subject. And it already says cheers. It's not entirely as I want it to be. So let me go to the settings again. Discard. Identities. Over here. Save it. Okay. Mail. Compose. This is the subject. No, this is the subject. This is to info@ferdykorpershoek.com. Hey there. So let's see what happens. I click on send. There it is. And this time it is from Ferdy Korpershoek. This is a subject. But to be honest, it's not working. The attachment. So I don't like it that it's not working. Over here, it seems to work. I select an HTML signature. So I'm sorry for that, but normally I use this only for reading emails when I don't want to have a whole account. In my Macmail, I have like 70 email addresses. I don't want to have them all over here. So then I go to my Macmail, I read it over here, and then I can reply, and I don't need to send my email with it. But I don't know. I don't like it that it's not working. So that is Webmail. How can we install this on a client? Well, we got this email. If you don't have it, you can also go over here to your email account. You can manage it or connect devices. I click on manage. So we can change all these settings over here. But I want to connect a device. So I can also click over here, or I go back. I search for email accounts. And then I can click on connect devices. So I always use IMAP. What does it mean? That means that when I have my email account on different devices and I delete something on one device, it will also be deleted on all the other devices. That's IMAP. I love it because when I'm on my phone and I see an email coming, so let me show you over here. Okay, I have this email over here. If I now go over here on my phone and I click on here on flag, look what happens. On my computer screen is now flagged. And if I say, you know what, I unflag it, it's also unflagged on my computer. And that's IMAP. It's connecting every device, every email account on every device with the server. So when I change something over here, it will also be changed on all my other devices. If you don't have that and you see emails over here and you remove them and you go to your computer, you will also see all those emails again, and you don't want that. You want to have structure in your email account. So that's why I use IMAP instead of POP. So over here it says if you want to use Windows Live Mail, you can go to these settings. Well, iOS for iPhone or macOS are Mail app. Use those settings. I want to use IMAP over SSL TLS. So I click here. And I click on proceed. If you don't want to do it like that you can import this, you can remove it, and you can take a look over here. Mail client, manual settings. I prefer that. So what I will do, I will go to my Mac mail account. Accounts. I want to add a new one. So I click on other account, mail account, and the name is, let's say Ferdy and then NameHero tutorial. Then we know what it is. info@nh-startercloud.com, and my password, which I filled in when I created this email account. Then I click on sign in. Then I need to add my email address again here at my username. I want to use IMAP, and then over here, incoming mail server, I can check that. Incoming mail server. Copy this, and the outgoing is the same. So I paste it twice. One time, second time, and then I click on sign in. I don't know what happened, but paste it here again. Sign in. Look at this. If everything goes right, I will receive a few emails. I uncheck notes, I check email or mail. And now I will receive the emails I already got. So over here, NH Starter Cloud, I see those emails. So what I will see in my webmail, I will also see over here. So let's do a trick. If I flag this, my own email, and I go to webmail, and I click on refresh, look at this. It is now synced. Wow. So, oh man, I love it. It's really easy to set up, but can I also send an email? We should also check it, of course. So I click on this info@Ferdy Korpershoek. Does this work? Or email from Mac mail. Test with an attachment. Send it. So does it work? It will go over here. So it is sent. Great. So now I can send and receive emails over here. So let me respond. Thank you. And I send it back and it should appear. There it goes. Thank you. Kind regards, Ferdy. So everything works. And again, if I check this, and I go to my webmail, it is flagged. And if I remove the flag, unflag, unflag, it's also unflagged over here. So the next thing we need to do, if we want to, we can use this on the phone. So I will record my phone screen. So I go to the settings of my smartphone. I go to mail, accounts. I want to add an account. Other, add an account name. And here I say Ferdy and NameHero tutorial phone. Email address info@nhstartercloud.com. Password, and here the same, Ferdy and NH tutorial phone. Next, I need to add more emails here at IMAP NH Starter Cloud mail.nhstartercloud.com. info@nhstartercloud.com. Password is okay. Let me see if I can copy this. Copy. Outgoing server, paste this. Username, let me see if I can copy this. Copy. And then this one. Next. And everything seems to be fine. I want to sync my mail. Look at this. If I go to my mail account, I only go to this one. Okay, look at this. When I flag this, it will be flagged over here. When I unflag it here, it will be unflagged on my phone. So now if I send an email to info@Ferdy, Korpershoek.com, I can say mail from phone test, add an image, use this photo, send it, and it will appear on my computer screen over here. Test cheers with this image. Wow. So that's how it works. I can respond to it. I can flag things and everything is in sync with each other. So that is what you can do with your email account. Now let's talk about creating a backup. So let's go back to the cPanel. So what you can do, you can create a backup of your complete account, but it's for if you want to transfer it to a different website. If you want to do that, search for backup. Well, there it is. You can download a full account backup and send it to this email address with the link, and then you can generate it. But I'm talking about backing up your WordPress website. Well, there are a few ways. Again, I can search for backup. This time I search for WordPress. I click over here. And then I can click on an installation, drop down, arrow. And over here I can create a backup. I call this one, or I can say it's from nhstartercloud.com, 2021, February the 25th at 16:01. Backup location local. Okay. Backup installation. And it is being created for our website nhstartercloud.com. The backup was successfully created. You can access it from the backups page. Okay. So what I can do now, I can go to my website nhstartercloud.com, our beautifully created website. And over here it says hello world. If I click on edit post, when I click on hello world and I accidentally remove this to the trash, then I go to the trash of the posts and I delete it permanently. Now when I go to the homepage, it says nothing is here. And I'm like, oh no, I did such a stupid thing. I needed that blog post. Then, since we have a backup, I can go to the cPanel, to WordPress by Softaculous. Then over here, Starter Cloud, I can click on Restore. And then there's this area. Oh, interesting. And then over here, I can restore it to this domain. I want to restore the directory or all the files or the database. Well, I want to have all three of them. So I click on Restore Installation. Yes. And keep in mind that if you have a backup that is 3 weeks old and you create a new blog post after that and you restore this backup, those posts can be gone. So now if I refresh this, it is back again. So that is what you can do with backups. How about staging? If I go to the cPanel again, and I go to WordPress, and I go over here, And I want to go to the staging. What does it mean? Well, I have a live website. At this moment, people are going to ferdykorpershoek.com. And if I want to change a few things, it can be that my website looks a little bit weird for a few minutes because I'm working on it and I don't want that. So when you click on staging, you can apply all the changes you want to change. Your live website will remain live. And when you want to bring the staging website to the live website, you push one button. So in that way you can play around with your website while your live website is still intact. Let me show you. Staging. NH Starter Cloud shows hello world. Then I want to have staging. So I say /staging. So it's temporarily, hard word to say for me. And I want to click on create staging. So it will be created on my website /staging. And then I can adjust things. Okay, so now I go over here. I go to the website. I see this over here. So now I can go to the appearance. I can change it to 2019. Now if I go to the website, I'm like, yes, this is perfect. Then I can go over here, return to the overview. And this website staging, I can push it to the live version. So I click over here. I can click on push to live. And now my changes, changing of a theme is applied on my live website. Refresh, and now it's a different theme. That's how you do staging. With different packages of different web hosting companies, you have to go for an upgrade in order to get this function. With NameHero, it is within the cheapest account. And it's an important thing. As I said, if I have a big website with a lot of visitors, I want to use staging. So I'm happy with this functionality. Okay, so that's all about the free version of, or the cheapest version of NameHero. What if you're like, okay, I seem to know how everything works. I want to take it to the next level. I want to do an upgrade. Well, how can you do that? And how does it work? I click on accounts. So what you see, I have the Webhosting Starter Cloud. I want to upgrade. So I want to add more websites, because if I go to domains, I want to add a second website because I feel like watching this tutorial, I'm now a little bit more advanced. So how can you do that? Well, go to the homepage, then to My Cloud. Over here, click on the three dots. And I want to click on upgrade or downgrade. So right now I have Webhosting the Starter Cloud with this website, and I want to upgrade. So I can choose a product, and it says the upgrade price is calculated from a credit of the unused portion of the current plan and billing of the new plan for the same period. So in this case, it's 365 days. So if you would do this after 2 months, it will be calculated that you will pay the difference for 10 months instead of 12. So we're still in the discount area of $48. I can have a promotional code. Well, I don't have it. So I click on checkout. I need to pay another $48, and then I can have 7 websites. So credit card details, and then I click on make payment. Thank you, your payment was successful. I can download the invoice. Okay, sounds good. I get a lot of emails as I see over here. So now if I go to the homepage, it says I have the Plus Cloud. So now I can register a second domain, and that's the next thing I want to talk about. So over here, I can register a new domain name, or I can go to domains, register a new domain, and we can find it there. Find your perfect domain instantly. So now I can say nhpluscloud.com. I click on search. And it is still available for less than $13. I click on add to cart. You pay this per year. Successfully added order to the cart. So I scroll down and I click on checkout. I can have this protection and stuff again. Okay, this is important. You need to rename the name server. So I copy them. I click on continue because we need to link this domain to our web hosting account. And we can do that using name servers. I will explain it or I will show it to you. This is all fine. Use this credit card. I agree to everything and I click on checkout. So you pay one amount for web hosting for a whole year, and then you pay separately for every domain you want to buy extra. So I continue to the client area again. And now it says we have 2 domains, but if I would go to NH plus cloud, nothing happens. Well, the site can be reached. So what I need to do, I need to go to the homepage, to my cloud. Then I click on my Plus account. And then I click on login to the cPanel. Then I need to search for add-on domains. So I click over here. I create a new domain name, which is nhpluscloud.com. And I leave everything else as it is. When I click on tab, I click on add domain. And I still have copied the name server, which is really important. So I go back. Awesome. Then I go back to the client area and I go to domains, my domains. And then I click over here and I want to manage the name servers. The first one is the one I copied. And I want to use custom name servers. And the first one is, oops, that's something else. Okay, what I need to do, I need to go to my cloud, click over here, and then I see the name servers. So I copy this one, 131, and after that 132. Now again, I go to domains, my domains, click over here, manage name servers, use the custom name servers, and I place the first one and the second one, and I change it to a 2. So NS 131, NS 132. Change the name servers. Okay, let's go to the domains again. Now we need to wait for a minute. If I go over here now, hey, it is there. So awesome. That's how you can connect the domain. So let's go back to the cPanel, go to WordPress, because now we can install WordPress on that website. Click on install. Now we can select nhpluscloud.com. I choose HTTPS because I know within an hour I will have a certificate because it will be created automatically. And in this case, Ferdy Corp. Right. Fill in my details. The more I do it, the easier it becomes. I install a few websites per day. I love the process, and the more you do it, the more you get used to it. So right now, it's not private yet, but I click on advanced and I click on proceed. And then within an hour, you will have a secure website. So right now, we added a domain name, we connected it to our web hosting, and now we are live. So that's what you can do. Man, I'm excited about everything you can do with NameHero. I hope you are too. So let's talk about the next thing about live chat. Let's say I don't know that every hour an SSL certificate is created. So I'm like, hey, my website is not secure. What should I do? Well, then I can go to namehero.com. And here you see the live chat. And it's under 5 minutes. I can search for an answer, but I want to send a message. It's about SSL. And they're smart. They say, hey, okay. They ask me for my domain. So they say we run on intercom. I don't know what it means. I sent this. Probably right now it's all still automated. Let us know your question. Is my website is not secure. How can I make it secure? I feel a little bit stupid asking this. Well, I know how it's done. But look at this. So it's a highly, it's artificial intelligence chatbot. And then probably when you really don't find the answer, then you can talk to a person. I think I don't have to show this to you for you to know that it works like that. I feel a little bit stupid to talk to a person if I know the solution. Right now, I don't have anything with a NameHero that I have a question about, so I'm happy with it. And as you see over here, when you don't use my affiliate link, you pay $8.95 per month. So thanks to me, you can have a first cheap year. So that's why I use my affiliate link. And of course, it also gives me credit. So that's the live chat. You can also send a ticket if you go to your account. Go to support. And you know what I will do? I will log out for a minute. I will log into my different account. So I'll close this. And then I see my support tickets. And there was a stupid problem. I could not upload a file. It was a big file. So I submitted a ticket. I tried to upload Elementor. It's not a big, it was not a big image at all. So here's the screenshot. Okay, they increased the upload limit. And then I said, yeah, that's not the solution. And then they fixed it. And ever since, also when I created a new website, I had not that problem. Also here. This was the problem I had. So the ticket's closed. So that's what you can do. You can go to the homepage and then go to support and submit a ticket. And you can say, I need technical support. Priority. Well, of course, we all have high priority. I put it on medium. It's about the plus cloud subject, blah, 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 blah. You can upload files and then they will answer you shortly. That's how you can create a ticket. So let's talk about the file manager. If I go to my account and I want to upload something manual. So over here I have Ferdy and I want to place it on my domain /ferdy.jpg. How can I do that? I need to go to my cloud over here. I click over here and then I go to the cPanel. Then here you see the file manager. I click on it. Then I click on public HTML. That is where the directory of WordPress is, your WordPress website. Then go to, well, over here is okay. Then I click on upload over here. I drag my image over here. It seems to be uploaded. I go back by clicking here. And now I see Ferdy. Right mouse click. View. That's how it looks over here. But now if I would go to my domain, NH_StarterCloud /Ferdy.jpg, I see this image. So if I want to, I can have a zip file, upload it over here, and copy this link to anyone I know, or say, hey, do you want to see an image of myself? Go to this link and you will see this image with a nice thing around it. If you want to do that. So that's what you can do. So you can also navigate through the website. Go to themes. So if I, for instance, if I go to NH_StarterCloud, I go to the backend to appearance themes. I can remove the theme 2021. So over here, right mouse click, delete. skip the trash and permanently delete these files, confirm. Now if I refresh the page, you only see 2 themes left. So in that way you can also remove things. Yeah, that's all to it. That's how you can use the file manager. You can browse through the files of your website and upload things. So if I would go to my website again, NH, and I go to the backend, I go to media, and I drag Ferdy over here, and I click. I see the link over here, WP content, uploads 2021-02, Ferdy. So now I can go to public HTML, WP content, uploads 2021-02, and then there's Ferdy. I can download it. So that's how you can navigate through your website using the file manager. So let's talk about FTP. It's a way to drag folders or files from your server to your computer. And in order to get there, let's go back to the cPanel. Search for FTP accounts. And there is one already, but I prefer to create a new one. So I say info@NHStarterCloud, my password again. And then this is all fine. Create an FTP account. Okay, there it is. So here it is. What I can do now, I can search for FileZilla. It's a free FTP solution. Download the FileZilla client automatically for macOS. FileZilla. Yes. There it goes. I open it. FileZilla. Open. Okay, so now I can make a connection with my computer and with the server where all my files are stored. So over here are my details. And if I click on configure FTP client, I see my username. So I paste my username, my password, and then my server. Copy, paste. And here I say 21 because that is my age. Quick connect. I need to trust this certificate. And now you can access all the files over here, or you can make a backup on your computer. So let me see, I can go to the desktop, the desktop, create a new folder, and how I like to do it, the year, the month, the day, and then the website. I open it and then I can select the first one, scroll down, select the lowest file and drag them to my computer. And now it's been copied from my server to my local computer. So that's how you can make use of FTP and FileZilla, the FileZilla client. So let's talk about PhpMyAdmin, because when you have a website, you have files, which we see over here, the PHP files, those over here, and a PHP file can communicate with a server, and the server has a database, and in the database we store all the information, like all the text, all the codes, all the color codes. And so using the files, PHP files, so this whole file structure over here, in combination with the database, that makes your website a complete thing. So if you would want to make a manual backup, this is how you can do it. And then the other way, let's go over here. We can scroll down to databases. Then we can go to PhpMyAdmin. And then here we see all the databases we have. If you want to know which database is for which website, okay, it's a little workaround, but if you click over here on the arrow and you say backup, over here, you will see the database name, WP700. And you can find it over here. So what I can do is selecting this one. This one is selected. I can say export, go, and then I can save it. And in that way I can make a backup manually. So that's how we can make use of the database. I almost never use a database anymore. I used to do that like 10 years ago. But these days, if I want to make a backup of my website, let me show you. Let me go to NH. Enter this simple website. If I want to make a backup, I go to the backend, plugin, add new, search for all in one WP migration. I also have a complete tutorial about it. I want to install it now, activate, and then I click on export, file, and it will include everything in my website, also the database. So with this file, I can go to any other WordPress website. It's just 4 megabytes. I can go to a different website, also install the plugin all in one WP migration, and click on import, then drag that file over there and I can import a complete website with all the details. I never had a problem with it. It's an amazing plugin. So that's how I prefer to make my backup. So if I search for .wp press or WP, press, here you see a lot of backups I make. So that's my preferred way on how to do that. So let's talk about speed. I will have 3 different packages. So let's check the speed of NameHero and the 3 different packages. So if we go to webhostingfk.com and I click on a beautiful orange button, I see the starter cloud. This is the starter cloud. This is the plus cloud. This website is the plus cloud. And this is the TurboCloud. And this website is the TurboCloud. I will have 3 same websites. So right now it looks like this. I go to the backend of all 3 websites and I install a plugin that will show me the speed. So I go to plugins, add new, and I search for query monitor. I copy this because I need it for 2 other websites. So there you go, activate it. Then I go to the second website, backend, plugins, add new. Also here, search for query monitor, install now. And here, add new. So when you've done that, you can go to the website, you can go activate it, and go to the website and go to the website. So over here, the starter cloud. It takes 0.57 seconds to load. If I refresh it again, 0.93, and again, 0.54. So let's do it a few times to see what's the normal one. Yeah, 53 is the normal one. Second one, refresh, 51, 52, 53, okay, the same. The third one, refresh. So they're all quite the same. Okay, now let's take it to the next level. Let's grab this link and let's go to tools.pingdom.com, and there I can check the speed. It's not 100% correct, but it gives you an idea. I will let them all be from San Francisco. So I click on start the test. Then I want to go to the second domain, tools.pingdom.com. Again, San Francisco. Then the third one, tools. And something went wrong. Maybe I'm trying to do too much at the same time. So the first one, performance grade is a B, which is green, which is quite okay. A loading time changes all the time. So if I would refresh it, do the test again. They're all over the place. What I check is the performance grade, and B is really nice, especially for something that you pay only $50 for. So let's try the second one again, the Plus Cloud. Start the test. Yes, it's working now. Okay. So again, B, but this time the loading time is slower. Oh, it's not. But when I tested before, it was 156 over here. So it's a little bit faster, but as you see, it's different than what we saw before. Meanwhile, I logged out, so you don't see the test results anymore. So the third one, this is the TurboCloud with NVMe hosting. Okay, 82. You see there's a faster loading time. Even if I start the test again, you see again, a lot faster than this one and this one. So you see the difference. But if we would go to gtmetrics.com, I place the website again from the TurboCloud. Look at this. It's analyzing the website a little bit more. And also here you need to do it 2 or 3 times to see the average. But this blew me away with NVMe hosting. So I let the results speak for itself. Look at this. This is great. An A grade, performance 98%, structure 97%. So what have I done? There's a competitor, Siteground, with the same price range as NVMe hosting. That's the Grow Big package. So what I've done, I created a website called blogc.ferdyk.com, which is exactly the same website again. And over here you see it's really fast. It's even faster than NVMe. But if I go to GTmetrix, let's open a new window. Do you still say window or tab? Test your site. Meanwhile, I want to enjoy these results. And there's more you can see over here. Metlow used the contact delivery network. And then you can find more information about it. Page details, the page size, the total amount of requests. You can find a lot of information and actually you can compare them. So that's what I also can do. Okay, look at this. Also great, but for the same price, this is better. And what I prefer about NameHero is that you can buy web hosting for multiple years with the same amount of discount. With Siteground, you can only have discount for a maximum of 1 year. And after that, the prices become quite expensive. So that's what I wanted to do as a comparison. So you see, your website is good. Even if you go for the lowest package, you have a starter package for one website. It's okay. This one also for the Plus Cloud. For the TurboCloud, you get things like these. So let me see if we can line them up together. And if you would think, hey, but it's a subdomain, it's exactly the same as when it would be a normal domain. So here's the TurboCloud. Here's blogc. I don't know why, but you see right now it's a B, or was the B already? Yeah, it was a B already, but here it looks in red, it looks even worse, but it's still okay. But you see, this is far better with a cheaper web hosting package, almost the same price. But I think NameHero is the winner over here. So that's it for the speed test. Let's talk about migrating your website. Maybe you already have a domain name of web hosting somewhere else and you want to transfer it to NameHero. How can you do that? Well, if you go to webhostingfk.com and you scroll down, you see that for all the packages, even from the starter cloud on, you have free website migration. With other web hosting companies, it often comes with the third package or an more expensive package. Here it is available for all packages. So if you would go with this one, you can migrate your website, your images, your complete website, your email accounts, everything over to NameHero. And if I scroll down, it says we migrate your website for free. Switching to a new web host can be stressful, especially if you've been with them for a few years. We take the pain out of moving by providing complimentary website migrations by our level 3 team. Not level 2, level 3. That's next level in comparison with level 2. Okay, our quality assurance team ensures success transfers in just a couple of hours. So this is a big subject. What I will do, I will create a different tutorial for this. I will show you how you can do it manually. And I will show you how you can make use of this migration process in another video. You can find it over here or there. Look at this. No, it's no Photoshop. It's real. Yes. Okay, I think I should finish this video up. So, go there to that video and then you can watch it. And then I want to talk about one more thing. It's a sad story. It's about canceling your NameHero account if you somehow don't like it. If we go to the privacy policy of NameHero, it says that they offer a 30-day money-back period. They want to be upfront about it. And that's also what I like about NameHero. They're really transparent. They tell you, okay, this discount is only for the first period. After that, they will show you the numbers of what it will cost the second year. And with other web hosting companies, I really do like them. But what I don't like is that they say nothing and all of a sudden you have a big invoice you have to pay. And if you say, oh, I want to quit, they say it's too late. Now you have the invoice, you need to pay a couple of $100. And I don't like it. Here, they're upfront. They say, hey, we're going to go for the second year now. So what they say over here, you can get a 30-day money back guarantee, but only for web hosting, not for the domain name, because they need to pay for the domain name. So if you pay it, you say, I don't want anymore. They also have to pay for it. So they say, that's for you. You still have the domain name, but for the web hosting, you can cancel it and you can get back your money. So over here, you see how it works. And yeah, let's cancel a domain name. So let me go with this one. I will not really cancel it because I like it. But if you want to, you can go to My Cloud, click on your package you have, scroll down and here says request cancellation. You can describe it. Well, Ferdy just made a tutorial and I just want to follow everything he does. So since he's telling me how to cancel, I want to cancel, something like that. Okay, I confirm I do not want to renew this domain again. So it's also about the domain, you don't want to renew it. When? End of billing period. I would do it like that. Maybe you're like, hey, I still want to make use of it as long. But if you say immediately, and within 30 days, you get your money back. If it's after 30 days, I would say end of the billing period. So depending on when you want to cancel. And then you can request it and they will be in touch with you and they will make sure everything will be dealt with the right way. So that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any question, let me know. If you have a pointed mouse below this video to the like button. If you want to, you can like this video. Or if you're on the phone, you can like it by clicking it. And if you don't like it, please let me know why you don't like it. And feel free to subscribe for more upcoming tutorials. And with my new studio, I'm really happy with this blue background color and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to create more tutorials. When you're watching this, I don't know when, but at the moment of this recording, I have 199,000 subscribers. So in a few days, I will reach the 200,000. It's amazing. Thank you for your support. I love what I do and I hope to provide you with more great tutorials. Having said that, I hope you have a great day. Good luck with your website and bye-bye.